little more of a quicker strike offense than maybe Delta is. So it's going to be interesting, as you said. It's more of a who's going to be able to push their will over the other team.
Yeah, and when you talk about what's the ball control, Delta wants to take 6 to 8 minutes off and get one in the end zone.
Yeah.
You certainly don't want to take 6 to 8 minutes off and then turn the ball over and give them a chance to come back and strike. I also think that Delta doesn't want to have this going in the fourth quarter, in the middle of the fourth quarter, being in a situation where, you're puckering just a little bit because you've let North Sevier play their type of game, and they stay in the ball game and stay close where it's a one-score ball game like that. So Delta wants to get out and get her going early, and on the other hand, North Sevier wants to do the exact same thing. They want to get Delta thinking right off the bat, this team is a pretty decent team.
Well, you can see the captains have met at midfield, and North Sevier has won the opening coin toss, so they have deferred till the second half. So Delta says, we'll take the ball. Delta will be moving from right to left on your radio dial and on the television screen if you're watching us right here on local channel 10. Delta dressed in the home reds today, trimmed in gray and white. North Sevier comes in the crimson and blue. They have the white jerseys and the blue pants. And we're just about set for the Delta City opening kickoff. Explore western Millard County's ATV trails, rock hounding, trilobite sites, 18-hole golf course, water sports, hunting and fishing. That's Delta City. Appreciate them being with us here on this beautiful late October afternoon. And if you're up in the mountains looking for that buck out there and got the radio on, appreciate you joining in here and listening to this one. Again, North Sevier comes in 6-4 overall. They come off of a nice victory last week in the opening round of the playoffs as they defeated Gunnison 32-15. Delta had the bye, so this will be their first playoff game for this season. As we look back, it'll be Jamin Ruff and the speedster, Dallin Draper. And North Sevier will kick this one away as Connor Olson sends it back deep to Draper, drops it, picks it up at the 3-yard line, goes up the right sideline, across the 10, the 15, the 20, look out! Across the 30, 35, 40. Nobody is going to catch him as he is just speeding down the far sideline, inside the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. That's a 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And just like that, 14 seconds into the game, Delta leads. It's 7-0.
And Ken, it might even have been longer than 97 because he actually fumbled the ball. He missed it, misjudged it just a little bit. The ball was on the ground, and I would say I've seen more returns for a touchdown come off some kind of a fumble, some kind of something there, because the opposite team kind of looks at it as well. We got a little time, and it just seemed to throw off the timing a little bit, but he wasn't touched coming up through there. It was just, just what the doctor ordered for Delta.
Sam Clark now on for the point after try for the Delta Rabbits. Snaps a little low, they get it down, here's the kick, it's up, and it's good. So with 11:46 to go in this first quarter, Delta strikes first. They lead it 7-0. We'll be back after this quick 1-minute break.
Attention homeowners, local grant money is now available on a limited basis to make your home energy efficient with solar. True Energy Pros is a local company that's dedicated to helping their neighbors save money and possibly eliminate their power usage bill. Good credit is helpful, but options are available if yours is less than perfect. Time is running out, so take advantage of grants available along with an average of $9,000 in tax credits. True Energy Pros offers a free consultation and free installation. And right now, qualified applicants will get a $10 gift card to Carl's Jr. Call Clark at 896-3003. That's 896-3003.
And welcome back to Delta High School as the Rabbits on the board quickly here. As I mentioned, only 14 seconds into the ball game, and Dallin Draper returned the kickoff 97 yards for the touchdown. And now it will be Trevor Burton to kick this one away for the Rabbits. High end-over-end kick, going to be fielded back at the 5, dropped and then picked up. I believe that's Connor Olson with it as he goes around the left side, tripped up and down at about the 25-yard line, where North Sevier will take over. First down and 10.
It's kind of like saying, no, we won the toss, we'll defer, and we'll kick to you, except for a spot of 7 points. So
Taylor Crane, the signal caller for the North Sevier Wolves, will bring his crew out onto the field. I mentioned Taylor's had a nice year, 1,550 yards passing on the season, 16 touchdowns, and he will start in the shotgun. He'll send one of his backs to the right side, hands it off, coming back around the other side. And that'll be a gain of about 3. And if I got the number right there, Coach, I believe it was Riley Ogden on the carry.
And very good sign if you are Delta. They had about 3-4 people in on that tackle and just looked like he was going to get a few more yards, and just bam, he hit the wall, and that was it.
Again, Crane out of the shotgun. Single back to his right. He'll hand it to that single back, and once again, it'll be that Hayden Olson coming off that side, trying to get up across that left side. Might have been Burt Mickelson. Nonetheless, going to be a gain of a couple. So the ball just across the 31. It'll be third down, and we'll call it 4 for the Wolves. They'll have 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Crane back to pass. Left-hander flings it out in the flat, and it's incomplete. And now a flag comes in on top of the intended receiver. I believe they're going to call a pass interference. That's exactly what it is. So North Sevier will catch a break right there.
Yeah, the only thing I think it could have been was maybe a backside arm, because, I mean, great coverage, and maybe that was the reason why, but it sure didn't look like there was anything from this point of view. But obviously the referee gets the last say.
So they'll move the ball all the way up to the 47-yard line, North Sevier side of the field. Crane in the shotgun. And again, just to his right, Riley Olson stands. They'll throw it out in the flat right side. Nobody here. Great pitch and catch. And getting across the 40 and out of bounds right there was Fernando Elmer, who makes the catch. There was nobody out there. Now a flag comes in late on this one as well. Holding against North Sevier. So that's an interesting call, Coach, because all I saw out there was the receiver with the ball and 2 defenders from Delta.
And I'm not sure the blocker had a whole lot to do with it, but I do think he hooked up with him pretty good and had a little bit of a jersey, and so that was probably the reason why he was so wide open out there.
So they got to figure this out. They've already moved the chains. So do they need to take the chains back? They will. They'll take them back to the original spot. This will negate
this is certainly
about a 13-yard pass play.
Yeah, it's certainly one you don't want to have the referees to, that's not very good communication, I guess, to say, you got to look around, make sure there's not a flag, or the other lineman's got to tell them, hey, you got a penalty here before you wave them on. But it is going to be less than a 1st and 10, where the holding was, a 10-yard penalty, puts it back to the 50-yard line. So you got 1st and about 7.
Yep, so instead of having the ball at the Delta 40, it'll be right at the mid-stripe. It'll be 1st down and 7 after the mark off of the penalty. Here's the Crane out of the shotgun. He'll shoot it out in that left side. Block, knocked down, complete. I believe Sam Clark came through and knocked the ball away from the intended receiver as they were looking for Fernando Elmer again out on the flat left side.
And if Sam would have had his head turned around this way, he could have been gone the other way, because he just about picked that without even looking at it. So kind of a risky play throwing that out.
Ball's on the near hash mark. Sorry, Coach. 2nd down and 7. They'll bunch the receivers far side. Now they'll bring the slot receiver to the right side. Here's the pitch coming out of the backfield. Pretty nice little play. All the way up across the 1st down marker to about the 41-yard line. It's a nice run right there. I believe was Riley Ogden.
Yeah, interesting version of the option. The quarterback didn't really run an option look, just kind of pitched it 2 hands, underhand. I think what he's looking at is there room for my runner to get around the outside? I'll go ahead and pitch it to him. So well conceived, well executed.
So they'll move the chains. Do the Wolves. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 41 of Delta. They'll have 2 wide to the far side, 2 near side. On setback, Taylor Crane. He'll look back, drop back to pass, going to put it up, and now he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 45. Coming in and making the hit right there for the Rabbits, I believe. Might have been Braden Davis that swallowed him up, took him down.
And I think that was very fortunate and a good play by Davis right there, because it looked like the receiver had kind of broke free, had a couple steps on the safety back there, the corner back there, and could have had a big play.
Trips to the near side, 1 wide receiver to the far side. One lone setback to the left of Crane. He'll take the snap. He'll give it to the slot back coming around left to right. And he's going to fumble it. Ball's free, and North Sevier gets back on top of it right at the original line of scrimmage. Let's see who jumped back on top of it. I think it was Manny Perez that saved the day.
Yeah, that
Or
could have been
75.
catastrophic right there.
So North Sevier catches a little bit of a break right there. So 3rd and 14 now for the Wolves, again from the Delta 45. 9:15 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Delta leads it. Back to pass, Crane swings it out right side in the flat, and he breaks a tackle and not going to get to the first down marker. And that was Brooks Mickelson with his first catch. He is one of their featured receivers, is Brooks, in this offense. He picks up 10, but it leaves him about 4 yards short.
Back in the day, there was a guy my age from Richfield named Blaine Michelson. Is this Mickelson or Michelson? Mickelson, certainly a name from North Sevier out there. So, you know, it does put them in a position, though, Ken, that they can go ahead and go for it and not lose a whole lot, because you're not going to gain a bunch by punting here.
So North Sevier will go for it on a 4th down and 4 from the 35 of Delta. They've got to take it to the 31. Back to pass, Crane. Got a man wide open, and the ball's tipped and falls incomplete. I'm not sure who got it.
I believe it was number 59, Brett Bundy, I believe, is who got the hand on it. And boy, that's very fortunate for Delta, because he was wide open, kind of a second drag man coming across the far side. First man cleared it out, and he was just standing there wide open. Would have been an easy first down.
So the Rabbits take over on their own 35-yard line, leading 7-0 with 9:05 to go here in the first quarter from Delta High School. Double wide formation, Jake Day, the quarterback. First back through, it'll just be off that right tackle, and that's Jamin Bruff ahead for nearly 8 yards.
Just very vintage, as we talked about. Just line up, hand it to him or fake it to him and give it to Draper.
Jamin Bruff averages right at 7.3 yards per carry, so he's no slouch himself. 2nd down and a long 2 for the Rabbits. Double tight formation this time. Here's the give to Draper. Has the first down as he gets across the 45 to the 46.
You know, Ken, and that, as you look at that, Draper's got, what, 8.3 yards per carry. Bruff's got 7.9. You would think, why else would you do anything to hand it to him? Boy, it's not very many times you're not going to get a first down. They do break a lot of long runs with that speed, so a little bit deceiving, but boy, that's a heck of a yard per play average.
8:20 left here in the first quarter. Delta comes with that double tight formation. They love to run this inverted wishbone set. They can block a lot of schemes out of it. Here is Day back to pass. Looking, going to go down the middle, and it's too big. Down at the 28-yard line, he was looking for Trevor Burton, his featured receiver. 6'3", Trevor Burton goes up high, but the ball sails incomplete.
Yeah, not very many 50-50 balls you wouldn't feel comfortable throwing up for Trevor Burton to have a shot at.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Once again, 46-yard line of Delta is where the ball sits on the near side hash mark. Good to have you with us here on a Friday afternoon. If you're listening in from the North Sevier area or from the Delta area. Alongside Dean Fowles, I'm Ken Nielsen. Rabbits with a 2nd down and 10. Again, double tight formation. Dave with a long snap count. He'll send Sam Clark in motion from left to right. Here's the give to Bruff off the right tackle and ahead for about 7, almost 8 yards again.
You know, Ken, that's one of the first times I've seen. I'm sure they've run it some, but that was the old belly play that they ran right there. Rather than run it right off that, right behind the tackle there, they go outside the tackle and they block everybody down. A lot of times somebody comes across to get the quarterback and leaves a nice, good seam right there. Got 7 yards on that one.
3rd down and 3 for the Rabbits. Again, double tights. This is just a quarterback follow as Jake Day follows his back up in the hole off that right tackle. And he'll get ahead for about 4 and a first down.
And they're saying he fumbled the ball, but the referee comes in and says, no, he was down. But apparently the ball did come loose.
So they'll move the chains. That gives Delta a new set of downs. Ball sits at the 43 of North Sevier. If you joined us a little bit late, fireworks right off the bat as Delta returned the opening kickoff, 97 yards for a touchdown. That's how they lead at 7-0. Double wide formation. Here's the option left side. Here's the pitch, and that's what you talked about, Coach. They pitched it to Draper, and he didn't see the ball coming, or he went to block, and the ball's loose, and North Sevier will recover it. First turnover of the ball game. North Sevier has it, and they will be at the Delta 43-yard line.
Yeah, North Sevier played some games that time, sent more than one person, it looked like, across to get into either the pitch or the quarterback, and that's one of those that maybe pitched off that wasn't the pitch key. But anyway, yeah, Draper was back there, had people on him. There were people going right at Draper rather than even seeing where the ball went. So, yeah, there's the one I'm talking about right there.
Yep, North Sevier played it perfectly as they had the right defense called, and now they'll have it 1st and 10. They'll have double wide here to the right. Here's a pitch up the middle. Not just an incomplete pass. It's not a fumble. It's a little shovel pass, and it fell incomplete right at the line of scrimmage. Everybody got a little excited there for a moment, but it is just an incomplete pass. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10, once again from the 43-yard line.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're just pitching it backward, shoveling it forward, or throwing it downfield. That ball's in the air. Funny things can happen to it.
Some of the people on the defensive side, Jackson Louder at a defensive end, Trevor Burton at the other defensive side, Braden Davis and Brett Roundy usually will fill in there. Brett Roundy's out right now on the defensive side. Here's a snap to quarterback Crane, and he just takes it, goes right up the middle for a gain of about 6.
Yeah, just a little fake, delayed quarterback draw, quarterback designed run coming up through there, just ducked his shoulder, broke a tackle, and very successful.
Nice job there by Taylor. Again, Taylor Crane in the shotgun, single back to his right, and Delta comes hard, or they come on the hard count. They jump off sides, and this will cost the Rabbits as it'll give North Sevier a 1st down.
And that's that's a big play right there, Ken, because you, rather than possibly stop and they just give them a 1st down again, give them 5 more yards. They're obviously in 4-down territory now.
Yep, your linebackers, Jared Bennett, Jake Jackson, Brandon Atkinson, and Sam Clark. Watch for number 57, Brandon Atkinson. He is a big hitter as he plays with a lot of aggression. He's got a motor that never stops. 1st down and 10 for North Sevier from the 33 of Delta. They'll bring the slot receiver across, back to pass. Taylor Crane going down that far sideline and overshoots his intended receiver down at the goal line.
Pretty good coverage on that one right there. There was not a whole lot of chance for success, so that's a great job back there.
He was looking for Cody Christensen and just overshot him down there at the goal line.
And there have been teams, Ken, that have had success going over the top on Delta over their DBs. That was just played very well that time.
Yeah, at the corners, you've got Dawson Dutson on the one side, Derek Atkinson at the other. And Jake Day is the safety. Back to pass, Taylor Crane again, and hits his man complete, breaks a tackle, and dives ahead for a 1st down at the 22-yard line. And Fernando Elmer, I believe, is the receiver that made the catch. Great catch.
Yeah.
And he gets the 1st down.
Very good concentration. Ball was up high. Hard to catch the ball over the middle when it's up high like that, but he was getting mugged as he caught the ball, so very good job.
North Sevier with a very impressive drive right here. 6 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. 7-0. Delta leads it. And a flag flies. And illegal procedure is going to be called on North Sevier. This will cost them 5.
Well, now, I can see a false start on that, but I don't understand legal procedure because motion man could have stopped. Everybody could have got set. No harm, no foul.
And that's all I saw was the motion man was coming across the formation.
And maybe somebody else wasn't set, but they certainly had time to set. That's an interesting call.
So 1st and 15 now for North Sevier. The ball out at the 27-yard line of Delta. Taylor Crane back to pass. Comes right side, and it's complete to his receiver. And he's going to go in for the nope, they said he stepped out of bounds. I thought maybe he was going to get in, but he stepped out at the 12-yard line. For a minute, it looked like Delta had a chance to pick that one, but Brooks Mickelson catches it in stride, and he takes it ahead for a gain of about 11.
Yeah, and that's a feast or famine right there because that was so close to being picked and going touchdown the other way, but great concentration, nice ball thrown right on the money to Mickelson. He tiptoed it down the sideline, just about stayed in bounds.
Yeah, one of their best athletes on the field is Brooks Mickelson. Out of the shotgun once again, Crane rolls left side, looking, thinks about it. Now he's going to cut it up, and he's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage and taken down after no gain. Jamin Bruff out there on the tackle, along with Brandon Atkinson. I think it was an intended run all the way, Coach. It looked like to me.
Well, it just didn't look like there was any receivers over there because he wasn't pressured at all to do anything. So you think he would have had his head up looking for one, but it didn't. So I agree with you.
Yep, single wide here to the near side. Trips to the far side. Crane rolls left again. He's going to keep it and run it. Cuts it around that left side. Gets good yardage. Up close to the 5-yard line. We'll wait for the spot. He's going to get about 6 yards on the carry. So it brings up a very manageable 3rd down and 4. The ball at the 6-yard line of Delta. 5:02 to go here in the first quarter. Again, Delta with the opening kickoff returned 97 yards. And then Delta turned it over here on their side of the field to give North Sevier an opportunity to tie this thing up. Taylor Crane out of the shotgun, back to the 14, going to lob it to the right side. Got a man wide open, complete, and a touchdown. Guess who? Brooks Mickelson.
Well, just one-on-one over there. Kind of loaded the other side with receivers and just had him run a corner route wide open. Nice pitch and catch for the touchdown. Yeah, this is not a slouch North Sevier football team, Ken. They've been pretty impressive.
So the point after try is up, and it's good.
Would have been easy for them to just kind of hang their head saying, wow, Delta's got this great tradition, run it back the opening kickoff, but they've come right back and bit.
4:58 to go here in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. We'll be back to Delta after this.
Mountain Utah Family Medicine in Richfield is committed to providing compassionate, patient-centered, high-quality care to patients of all ages. Our staff of highly skilled and experienced care providers offer a wide variety of advanced medical care and treatment services for you and your family. We offer convenient appointment times, including after-hour services. Place your health and wellness in the hands of experienced medical professionals by scheduling an appointment with our physicians today. 435-896-9561.
We offer quick service on your loan request. We make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for an answer from some out-of-town loan committee. It's one of the advantages of banking with hometown people. You're independent, so are we. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
A little pooch.
And as we come back live, North Sevier tries a little bit of a pooch kick. See if they could catch Delta off guard to try and pick up the ball on kind of an onside kick. Delta, though, recovers it, and they'll have great field position at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, if he could have just kicked that two yards further, probably would have hit the ground, and then who knows, could have been a scramble out there. So well conceived, just wasn't executed. The Delta guy caught it right in the air and went down to the ground immediately, which is a pretty good idea.
So Delta with double tight formation. They'll give it to the first back through off the left tackle. And once again, Jamin Bruff ahead for 7 yards. He has been very effective, Coach. He's picked up a gain of 8, a gain of 7.
Well, anytime you have a Dalton Draper in the backfield, people are going to concentrate on him, which does open it up for some other people.
Second down and we'll call it a long 3. They'll send a single wide receiver to the far side. Here's the give to Draper. And he comes off that left tackle hard for a gain of 5 and a first down.
And I think you hit it right on the head, Ken. He comes off of there hard. He's not shy with contact. He's usually going to get the better and the most hit. He would be well advised to sometimes back away from that, but he likes the contact.
That last drive for North Sevier, 7 plays to go 43 yards, and it was Crane to Mickelson for the touchdown from 6 yards out. We're tied at 7. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here is the give. Sam Clark, he comes off the right tackle and ahead for a gain of 9, almost a first down. It depends on the spot.
And I think what Delta is doing there, Ken, with that, with no lead blocker, I think they are blocking down one extra man than what they used to and just trying to get that belly seam off the off tackle, one side or the other.
We take Johnson on the tackle. Delta, they do move the chains. They'll give him 10 yards, and the Rabbits now with 47 yards rushing offense here in this first quarter. Double wide, they've got Burton to the near side, and they've got Dutson to the far side. Here's a quick hitter off the right tackle. Jamin Bruff ahead for about 3.
And here, as we mentioned early in the game, the only thing that stopped Delta is Delta. The only thing that stopped North Sevier is North Sevier. They've each had a turnover, and
absolutely. That was Tanner Sorensen for North Sevier stepping in there and making the tackle on Jamin Bruff. Brings up a 2nd down and 8. The ball right in the middle of the field, 33-yard line of North Sevier. 3:12 to go here in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. Delta comes with that double tight formation with the inverted bone. Here is Day. Here is the fake handoff. Comes right side, looking. Got a man underneath, makes the catch. Does Sam Clark, and he's down at the 22-yard line. And it'll be a gain. And just as I say that, there's a flag right at the 33-yard line, probably in the area of holding. Ineligible man downfield, they say. So one of the big linemen up front just kind of floated downfield a little too far. Referee caught him. And you can explain that, Coach.
Well, anytime you throw the ball, you've got 2 yards that the offensive linemen go downfield. You know, your defensive people, your linebackers, whatnot, they're trained to read those offensive linemen. So if they come downfield blocking, you know it's a run. If they set up and pass block, then you know it's a pass. So if indeed you send them downfield, you can't throw the ball down the field. So you can send them downfield if you catch a ball behind the line of scrimmage, but that was a downfield pass. So
the penalty moves this ball back. It's just inside of the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd down. We'll call it 13 after the penalty. Call it the 39-yard line of North Sevier. Sam Clark in motion from left to right. And somebody jumped a little early on Delta's side, so back-to-back penalties. Delta looking a little bit sloppy here in this early going. This will move it back to the 44, so it's going to be 2nd down now. Got about 19 yards to go.
And the longer the game goes, Delta is the favorite team here. The longer this game stays close, the more pressure is put on Delta, and the more North Sevier gets their dander up to ready to go.
Wide receiver to the far side, one of the near side. In motion will go Sam Clark. He'll go left to right, back to pass, Jake Day. He's got Trevor Burton, and it goes right through Trevor Burton's hands at the 34-yard line, and he knew it. He just kind of ducks his head, grabs his helmet, and goes, yep, that one's on me.
Well, I think he saw the green grass ahead of him. He could have skirted right up through that secondary. Might have taken that one to the house, but sometimes that's easy to do. Just take your eye off it just a second.
Timeout taken on the field by Delta as they want to try and clean things up here. It'll be 3rd and 19 when we come back to Delta High School after this.
You remember your family, right? Those cute little zombies that are always stuck to their screens? Well, with router limits, you can manage screen time, filter web content, and track the browsing history of all your kids. All you have to do is plug this little guy into your router. Seriously, that's it. Router limit starts with screen time. You can set a schedule for each family member, what they can do online and when they can do it. You can filter content by category or even by specific website. Sure, you've got great kids, but sooner or later, they're going to come in contact with something that's not so great. Router limits lets you see what they see so that you can have those important conversations before the internet has them for you. Router limits helps my family disconnect from devices and reconnect with each other.
Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
How about this? We are tied at 7 apiece. 2:18 to go here in the first quarter. Delta facing a third. And we'll call it maybe 18. Here is the option right side. And read perfectly by North Sevier as Dallin Draper catches this in the backfield and then is driven back another 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. This is going to be a loss of about 7 or 8 all the way back to the 47 of Delta. Read perfectly by North Sevier, and the pitchman had nowhere to go.
Yeah, and one thing you will see that's open from that, Ken, is that little slant pass, as was open with Trevor Burton, because they're sending that defensive guy right across to the pitchman as quick as they can, which leaves a vacancy there, and I'm sure our coaches will pick up on that.
So Trevor Burton back at his own 35. He'll punt this one away for the Rabbits. Kicks it low, line driver bounces at the 28, down inside the 20 to the 15, and it'll roll to about the 11. So very effective on the punt.
Yeah, very effective. Cardinal sin. Let that thing bounce and bounce and bounce. But yeah, very impressed with the way North Sevier is attacking that defense, and that's where your belly is going to work right there, Ken, because they're sending that extra man on the outside right across. Your inside traps ought to be good, those kinds of things, that because they're creating their own seams by chasing that right there.
So North Sevier with about an 89-yard field ahead of them, but they got to feel very comfortable about their situation right now.
Counter option switch, where you switch assignments with the quarterback and the tailback, would be wide open just because they're attacking that two-back.
Here's Taylor Crane, and the ball got loose as he tried to hand it to his slot back coming across the formation. And Delta's got it, they said. Wow. Everybody in the crowd was just kind of, I don't think anybody saw it up here.
No, I didn't really see anything either.
But North Sevier fumbles it on their own 11-yard line, and Delta recovers it. They brought their slot back, Fernando Elmer, across the formation as they tried to hand it to him. It was just
a little sticky. It looked to me like
he
he didn't know whether he wanted to hand it or not hand it, and obviously that created the turnover, which is going to be a huge if Delta can get this one in.
So that evens up the turnovers here for both teams.
So their best offensive play that drive was a punt. Just kick it down there and get on it, and then
here comes Jake Day. It's just a quarterback follow as he goes inside, outside, back inside, and touchdown. Jake Day as he gets in from 11 yards out.
Ken, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. They switched the responsibilities with the quarterback and the two-back. Two-back kept going out. The defensive man went with him. Jake Day just turns it up, and he's wide open. There's really nobody there to get him.
So it only takes him one play to go those 11 yards. And just like that, Delta back on top. So North Sevier has capitalized on a turnover. Delta's done the same thing now. Here's the point after try. Sam Clark kicks it up and good. So with 1:42 to go in the first quarter, Delta leads 14-7. We'll be right back.
Robinson Transport is a major part of the central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
And as we come back live, the Rabbits feeling a little bit better about things as they take a turnover and convert it into points. They lead at 14-7. Still 1:42 to go in the first quarter. And now Trevor Burton will kick this one away for the Rabbits. Up to field this one for North Sevier. That is Connor Olson coming up that left side, does a nice job as he returns it all the way out across the 35-yard line, close to the 37, maybe 38-yard line. So North Sevier would certainly like to answer right here as they trail by 7. 37-yard line is where they will mark it down. And there's the Taylor Crane, quarterback keeper, trying to get around that left edge. He's had some success, coach, as he takes it across the 40. So it'll be a gain of about 3.
Yeah, it looked like he must have had his knee down. It looked like he went a little further than that, so give him 3 yards, and that was a designed run all the way as well. So good athlete, like to use him for some good things.
So second down and 7 for the Wolves. The ball is just across the 40-yard line of North Sevier. Crane again, single setback to his right. He'll give it to that setback. That's Manny Perez, and he's going to have a first down. He gets around that left end, out close to the 48-yard line. Pretty nice run right there.
Yeah, very nice. Well blocked initially, and then Perez did a great job of staying on his feet and getting the first down.
32 yards rushing now for the Wolves. They've got 37 yards passing, which includes that 6-yard touchdown completion to Mickelson. Crane Gives it to the back coming around this right side. Plenty of blockers out there for him, and he's got some speed across the 40 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Great effort right there by Connor Olson. Boy, was that well blocked, Coach?
Yeah, well blocked. But they just put a seal on him. Wide receiver did a good job keeping his hands to the inside, making a nice block out there. Not a devastating block, just a very, very effective block.
That's 21 yards for Connor Olson.
And then Jake Day welcomed him at the sideline when he got there. Pretty good collision.
So the ball right at the 30-yard line of Delta. 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 14-7, Delta leads it. But North Sevier with a little bit of momentum right here. Again, out of the shotgun stands Taylor Crane. Back to pass, left side, and he threw it right between two different players. I'm not sure. He was either looking for Cody Christensen or Fernando Elmer. I think it was Elmer, but the ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be designed to the wide receiver, have the inside receiver go make a block. Either way, maybe that was good that was thrown low and into the ground because a lot of red out there.
So he's got trips here to the near side, does Crane. Hard snap count. Delta stays put this time, and North Sevier says, okay, timeout. Wolves take it. 22 seconds to go. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
My name is Dr. Joel Holman. I'm an orthopedic surgeon here at Central Valley Medical Center. Specialize in general orthopedics, which includes sports injuries, total joint replacements, shoulder, hip, and knee. And I'm the only hand surgeon from Provo to St. George. One of the things that I like is that I'm able to take care of people that I've known for most of my life in this area, which I have a fondness for. We treat all orthopedic extremity conditions here at Central Valley Medical Center. We've got a great team, clinic staff, hospital staff, operating crew, and physical therapy services.
So it'll be second down and 10 for North Sevier as we're approaching the end of the first quarter. Delta leads it 14-7. Trips to the far side, a single wide receiver here to the near side. Crane out of the shotgun. In the middle, complete. This will be a first down all the way inside the 20 to about the 12-yard line. That's about a 13-yard pass completion, and I'm telling you, Coach, could Cody Christensen, Ben, have any more wide open?
And that's the same play they ran that Delta tipped the ball on that fourth down last time. Kind of a delayed across the middle, just sits down in that little soft spot. The other receiver cleared it out, and he's wide open.
Great play call. Back to pass again is Crane. Going to go to the far corner, and it's an easy pitch and catch. Touchdown from about 18 yards out, and it's a carbon copy. Brooks Mickle corner and makes the catch.
Yeah. And that time he did. He just ran past him and faded a little bit to the outside. Didn't run a corner route, but the fade got wide open. Nice ball. That was just laid in there perfectly.
So Brooks Mickelson with a pair of touchdown catches here in the first quarter. And now the point after try to tie this thing up. Snap's a good one. The hold's down. The kick is up. And a flag's going to come out on this one, and as it does, they say roughing the kicker. Kick is good, and we'll keep it right here as we wait for the call. So that's a 6-play drive, Coach, and it goes 63 yards. Pretty impressive drive there by the North Sevier Wolves.
I agree, Ken. They execute very well. And now we're going to have 15 on the kickoff. And Delta, you know, getting a short field back there. Looked like maybe they're going to take over. North Sevier just says, well, we'll come right back at you. And well-conceived passing plays that they have. So now you know, you've got a lot of options right here. You can certainly just kick it deep and let Delta start at the 20-yard line, or you can roll it down there and have a chance to pin them a little deeper, or
well, if you remember on their last kickoff, they just kind of pushed it over the top, hoping maybe to recover it.
And Delta's expecting that, because they just put in
so.
all their hands, people right here, so they're obviously expecting that kind of a play. We'll see what happens.
So Connor Olson will tee this up at the Delta 45-yard line is where he's going to kick this one away from.
lot of things worse than having the opponent start at the 20-yard line.
Yep. So we'll see what he chooses to do. He'll kick it away. And this will sail into the end zone. Delta will come out to their own 20-yard line. A little surprised?
Very much surprised.
Maybe take a shot at bouncing it off somebody. There is a new
you mean
rule.
with the play?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that both teams are playing just as well as they are. I'm surprised North Sevier's playing as well as they are. They really do surprise me. That's a good football team down there, Ken. But yeah, I thought they might try to squib it even, maybe not.
There is a new rule this year that you
you can't kick it into the ground.
Kick the ball into the ground to try and get it to pop up.
But you can squib it down across there.
Maybe bang it off somebody.
Yeah, but a lot of times it's hard to just gather up when that oblong ball gets bouncing around. So
here comes Delta. Double wide. They'll send Clark in motion to the right side. And here's the kind of a little delayed handoff to the back coming through the right tackles. And he's going to pick up a couple is all. That's Dallin Draper. And the first quarter will come to an end. Right where we started. We're all tied up, 14 apiece. Don't go away. We'll be back after this quick break.
At Farm Bureau, when we talk about protecting what matters most, we're not just talking about things with walls and things with wheels. People. Everything you is to us. That's why our agents are ready to help protect your future and give you peace today. Stop by to see how Farm agents make insurance simple.
In Delta, contact Chad or Melanie to see how they make insurance simple.
So, a physician, dentist?
He's both a physician and a dentist.
Oh, okay, great. So I can call him for fillings?
Dr. Sports Specialist Maxillofacial Surgery. We've never had this type of specialty in the area, but now we won't have to travel so.
Oral and facial surgery way with a state-of-the-art facility in Central. Visit them online at richfieldoralsurgery.com or call them at 435-28.
And as we come back live to Delta High School alongside Dean Fowler, both teams in the Miller Credit Union end zone twice. 28 points scored in that first quarter.
Yeah, it was very.
Down at 7. Here's the give. Come on for a gain of another 3. Going to set up third down and
his philosophy defensively is we are going to try not let Dallin beat us. They've got somebody all the time, so that's why some of your other people might effectively get open.
7 yards passing. The ball. That day in the first quarter there, 84 yards total. Delta was 63 total. Give Draper. Might have got ahead a yard or so, but that's about it. Great defensive stop on that far right side.
Foul not going for it. I really, this really scares me.
Coach Russ Fowler. Go for it.
I think thing away, but he
down at 2.
He's got some guts there.
This is their own 28-yard line. They're lined up to go for it. Here's Jake Day under center. He will go for it. He's going to follow his blocker ahead and has the first down. It's a gain of what? Almost 7, maybe 8 yards for the quarterback.
Well, it's nice for him to think he's got that one in his pocket that he can get 7 yards at his own 30-yard line. 28-yard line.
And I'm telling you what, right there, that's in the running for the State Farm Insurance play of the game. My goodness.
Yeah, I'm not sure you have whatever that play is
and
whatever
here,
that.
Dallin Draper off that left tackle again, ahead for about 6.
But that sends a message to your team too that hey, we know we can get this. Go get it.
Well, Delta, they've got the 2 big tackles up there, and Braden Davis and Brett Roundy. They love to run behind both of those kids. Delta with a little bit of a size advantage up front on that line. So give Dallin 6 on the carry. They're at 78 yards now rushing here in the ball game. 10 minutes left here in the first half. We are tied at 14. Here's Jake Day, long stretch. And Bruff only gets ahead for maybe a yard, coming up making the hit, I believe. was Tate Johnson for North Sevier to take him down. So 3rd down and 3 for the Rabbits. The ball just inside of the 43 Delta side of the field.
You're already in 4-down territory. You've established that. So
double tight formation. Here's the give. Draper cuts it back, and he almost got free for a big one. He does have the 1st down. He'll pick up 8 yards to the 49.
An ankle.
North Sevier.
An ankle from turning that into 6 points, because that had never caught him going down there. Pretty good play by the defender right there to even hang on to that.
Yeah. Nice job. I think it was one of the, I don't know if it was a corner that came up and saved that tackle right there. Nonetheless, 1st and 10 for the Rabbits. Here's an inside trap, Jamin Bruff. And he's ahead for almost 10. It might be just a half a yard short.
See, and even though you hand that inside trap off, you can still see them coming across the line of scrimmage, trying to get the quarterback and the pitch man. So they're gonna say you're not gonna beat us with that option pitch. And so things like this, just what he's doing, run the inside trap, run on the follow, run some of those things off tackle that they vacate. Very, very effective for Delta.
So 2nd down and about a half a yard is all for the Rabbits. The ball just outside, excuse me, of the 40-yard line of North Sevier. We're tied at 14, 8:38 left here in the 1st half. A little different formation for the Rabbits. Trips to the far side, one lone setback. Back to pass is Jake Day. Gonna go down that far sideline, got a man open, and Trevor Burton just got turned around and couldn't run with the ball, or he might have caught that.
Exactly, he was just turned directly backward when that ball was in the air. I don't know if it's because it was thrown a little bit to the other side of him or what, but yeah, if he'd have just kept running, that was an easy 6 points.
Yeah, kind of did a little bit of a pirouette and got his feet kind of tangled up underneath him right at about the 2-yard line, and the ball falls incomplete. Not a bad time to throw that ball, Coach, because you're still only 3rd and short.
Yeah, you got 3rd and just a smidge right here, so barring a disaster, you'll have a 1st down and be able to go again.
So here's Day. First back through off that left side, has the 1st down, a gain of 4. Jamin Bruff right there with that carry. Delta right at 100 yards rushing on the game. They haven't completed a pass yet. North Sevier with some nice yardage through the air. They've actually got 67 yards passing on the day. And now I believe a timeout's going to be taken. This will be a Fish Lake Lumber timeout, I believe taken by North Sevier. We'll take it with them and be back to Delta High School right after this.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the big blue trucks of Barney Trucking. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license and an endorsement for doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 529-4422.
Materion Natural Resources in Delta, Utah, advocating education and athletic competition in our Millard County communities. Materion is the only source of high-quality beryllium in North America. Beryllium is used in your car, cable TV, and tablet. It's even used in your cell phone. Because of beryllium, you're connected with family, friends, classmates, social media, and the web. Materion offers a safe and successful sports season to all Millard County schools. Materion Natural Resources.
And we're tied at 14 as we come back out of the timeout. Delta now with a new set of downs, 1st and 10. 37-yard line of North Sevier. 8:19 to go in the 1st half. Double tight formation for the Rabbits. Here is the give. First back through off the right tackle this time and ahead to about the 31-yard line. A gain of 6, nearly 7 yards for Sam Clark. Ball right in the middle of the field for the Rabbits. Again, the winner of this one moves on to the semifinals up at Weber State University. It'll be a 2:30 game next Saturday. Double wide this time. Here's the give. Boy, there's just nobody there for Jamin Bruff to even have to try and run through. They finally tackle him at about the 24-yard line. It's about 7 yards right there.
And there again, they're still coming across. Those are the things. I'm really impressed with what Coach Rusfeld is doing right here. Just keeping that ball. It takes time to realize exactly what that defense is doing to you. and they're coming across taking a chance on that pitch, and they've forced the fumble, so it was worth for them to do it, but they got to be kind of careful because they're leaving some gaps there.
Here's the give once again off the right tackle. Look out! There goes Dallin Draper. Touchdown from 24 yards out. Boy, that was just untouched, Coach. It was well blocked as he came around that right tackle side and then just shot through the hole.
Yep. Natural seam right there, and Draper kind of was surprised that he was so wide open, so that he had to just turn on the jets. And once he gets to that spot, nobody's going to catch him.
So Dallin Draper with his second touchdown of the day. The first one was a 97-yard touchdown return on a kickoff. This one is 24 yards to the end zone. And now Sam Clark on for the point after try. Jake Day, the holder, snaps a good one. Kick is up, and it's good. So a 7:22 to go. Delta back on top, 21-14. Stay with us. This could get wild before we're done. We'll be back after this.
Sevier Valley Hospital supports our local athletes, not only during the game, but when they need some help to get back into it too. Our own team of starters includes physicians who specialize in orthopedic and general surgery, ENT, podiatry, family and internal medicine, pain management, and other areas of care. And they work to repair sports and everyday injuries right at our hospital, helping to keep both our athletes and their fans close to home for your care. Sevier Valley Hospital, healing for life.
And as we come back to Delta High School, that last drive coached by the Rabbits, the vintage Delta football, as they took the ball to go 80 yards, 13 plays.
And Ken, those are the things you look at and you say, the coach doesn't make it, they go in and score on that fourth down play, you're the GOAT, but made the right call, executed it right, great choice, and as a result, it turns into points.
There's a line drive kick that's fielded at the 20 and returned out to about the 30-31 yard line. So North Sevier with decent field position. Wolves really have played a nice ball game here today. They have played with this a little more of a favored team. I'm sure Delta was coming into this one, but North Sevier has done some really good things.
A lot more points overall than I thought would be scored here. 28 points in the first quarter. That's.
Here's a pitch to the back going around that right side. And I believe it was Manny Perez.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good, he can eat up some yards in a hurry.
Yeah, give him 8 on the carry. And North Sevier now with 61 yards rushing to match the 67 yards passing. Second down and 2. And Taylor Crane just keeps it himself as he will go ahead for the first down. He picks up about 4.
Yeah, Delta just lines up in an even front right there, and obviously coming hard. Widen your line splits just a little and tap that center on the butt, and you got 4 yards.
You know what? You got to like both these coaches here. Lindley, one of the younger up-and-coming coaches, has really called a nice ball game here today.
Yeah, it really has. I've been very impressed with both sides.
First down and 10 for the Wolves. Here's a give to the slot back, and he is hammered in the backfield. Trevor Burton comes up from his defensive end position and takes him down for a loss of 5, almost 6 yards back to the 38. Boy, Delta just read it perfectly, and Burton just stepped through the would-be blocker and takes him down for a loss of 6. Here's Crane back to pass, complete. Mickelson at the 45 and ahead to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 10, almost 11.
And there again, boy, that's such a tight window there, Ken, because that down and out, that outside linebacker, Delta in an odd front that time, so they got a couple of extra backers out there for the flat. And, boy, just thrown right on the money in order to catch that one.
And then Brooks Mickelson makes it not only a nice catch, but he turns and gets through a would-be tackler and gets extra yardage. 3rd and 4. The ball at the 49 of North Sevier. Crane back to pass. Now steps up and is going to be taken down for a loss of 4 back at the 45. I'm not sure on that. That was an intended just a quarterback draw. But he had a man wide open out here in the flat.
Yeah, he did, and I think he looked at it, and then I think there was just too much pressure. You could see it coming from about every angle right there. So, boy, and there's the very good job by that Delta defense. Tough to stop this North Sevier offense, so we're going to be looking at getting the ball back.
Yep, with a 4th and 9, North Sevier says, let's kick this one away. And so Manny Perez back. And before he can get this one kicked away, we'll have another Fish Lake Lumber timeout.
And I think he got timeout because he didn't want to have that extra man on the field out there. They had one too many. So.
And so we'll keep it right here for this one if that's okay. So Delta got on the board first in this one, Coach. 97-yard kick return by Dallin Draper as he just turned on the Jets, got up field in a hurry. Delta's other score, 11-yard touchdown run by Jake Day, and then 24-yard run by Dallin Draper to give him the 21 points on the board. North Sevier, they got a pair of touchdown passes as Brooks Mickelson has just done a nice job. They were identical almost when we watched them. The first one was just a 6-yard pass to Mickelson, but the second one goes for 17 yards. So this time they'll kick it away as, almost blocked. This punt goes straight up in the air and out of bounds over the far sideline.
Yeah, they're not going to get hardly anything on that kick. Yeah, he should be coming back. That's about right at the line of scrimmage where that went out.
The referee's not looking at the. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you got a 2-yard punt there. Wow, at best.
So Delta had a guy coming free and almost blocked it.
Yeah, he tried that rugby-style kicker like you see the University of Utah's kicker do, and not quite as effective because, he just about got it blocked. The ball went straight in the air, and the wind blew it back. What wind there is blowing in the face of that punt, so that's just like a turnover right there.
So a 48-yard line of North Sevier is where Delta takes over. 5:32 to go in the first half. 21-14, Delta leads it. Here's the give, little delay. Dallin Draper steps in a tab between the tackle and it goes to the 40-yard line, a gain of 8. So Delta looking to move upfield in a hurry. The ball just inside of the 40 of North Sevier. Clock runs, 5:10 to go here in the first half. So here come the Rabbits. They'll stay in that double tight, meaning everybody in tight. They'll keep the tight ends in. Inverted wishbone set behind Jake Day. Here is the give. Sam Clark steps inside, then goes left through the hole, and he picks up 6 yards, does Sam Clark, and a first down.
And of the 4:49 left, Delta would like to take 4 minutes of that off the clock. And I think they can. They just keep doing what they're doing. Stay away from the mistake and don't give that North Sevier offense a chance to come back out.
This time they'll send Burton wide to the left, Dutson wide to the right. Here's the give. Dallin Draper cuts it back inside, was going left, step back to the right, gets ahead for a gain of 6.
And I just don't see how they're going to stop them. They got too many weapons, got too many possibilities, and just hang on to that football.
Yep. And you say, well, who's he running behind up there? Well, I can tell you who he's running behind up there. Chase Fowles is the center. Got Brandon Atkinson, Cuman Cox in there, and then he's got Roundy and Davis also at the tackles. You can run behind either one of them.
You're talking 280 and 300-pound guys right there, kid. So if you can hide behind them, if nothing else, and then go ahead and run behind them.
Jake Day tried to keep the ball. He did keep the ball and tried to get off the left tackle. There was nothing there as he runs into that side of the defense. Out there doing a nice job. That was Shaler Hunt on that far side. And Delta now with a 3rd down, and we'll call it a short 5. Here's the give, Jamin Bruff. Just a quick dive, and he's ahead for about 3 is all. He's going to be short, as North Sevier really, really read that one well.
Yeah,
coming up, I believe, Coach, real quick, that was Tanner Sorensen that made the tackle.
That's absolutely who it was, and it just looked like it was going to be wide open. Then all of a sudden, just bam, hit the wall there and pushed him back. So great defensive play by Sorensen.
Yeah, Tanner did a nice job coming up, filling the hole right there. Comes from that middle linebacker spot and met Jamin Bruff head on.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see that same follow play that they ran down there.
Yep.
That was successful.
Delta goes for it. 4th down and 2. Here's the give. Draper ahead for the first down as he dives to the 21-yard line. A gain of 4.
You know, you put Draper behind some of that big stuff. He's hard to see back there, and that was just an absolute all-out power play right there. Everybody in front of Draper. Move the chains.
And if you're watching on local Channel 10, you can see the big boys up front. They got Big Braden Davis on the left side. They got Brett Roundy on the right side. First down and 10. Quarterback follow as he tries to step up through the hole on the left side, maybe to the 20 for a gain of 1, and that's about it. Coming up, making the stop right there. Once again, Tanner Sorensen. Sorensen's having a nice game.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, even though Dell's got 21 points, 7 of it off the kick return, but they're playing a good defensive game as well. Dell just had to work for what they got.
2:12 to go in the first half. 21-14, Delta leads it, and they are driving. Second down and 8 from the 20-yard line of North Sevier. Again, double tight formation. Day hands off, Dallin Draper. Going to bounce it outside. Can he get around the corner to the 10, to the 5, and out of bounds at the 2.
That's just one of those things that once he gets a step, you take that angle and try to get to where you can push him out of bounds, because you're not going to catch him just chasing him.
18-yard gain for Dallin Draper down to the 2-yard line, sets up first and goal for the Rabbits. And Delta now with 180 yards rushing.
And certainly you want to get it in as quick as you can, but it would be nice to just take a couple here and just let it go easy.
Here's Dallin Draper ahead to the 1. And boy, he hit head on. Pretty nice effort. Both players getting up a little bit slow, and I think coming up and making the stop right there was Burke Mickelson. Nice job there by Burke to come up and fill the hole. So it'll be second down and goal from the 1. Clock rolls, minute 28 and counting. Dallin Draper again, steps in, and it's a touchdown.
Boy, and is that 4 touchdowns for him today, or just 3?
Just the 3.
Who's just the 3? It's kind of sad news to only have 3 at the quarter break. So
10 plays to go 48 yards,
and didn't quite get it down to the under a minute, but minute 24.
Yep. So once again, it'll be Sam Clark on to attempt the point after try. Jake Day, the holder. Whoop, and somebody moved early, and now we're going to have to try this one over. That just looked ugly from the get-go. So they'll move them back 5, and they'll try it again.
Sorry, being the announcer of the century, and I heard you got a nice award for doing that. You like calling this afternoon ball game or the night ball game?
You know, I like the. I don't know if I'd want to do this all the time, but I like it for a change. Here's the point after try again. It's a line driver, and it no good. They said it hooked left.
You know, and that's where that 5-yard penalty is just huge, Ken. Extra point could really be a difference in this game before it's over.
27-14, Rabbits out to a 13-point lead with this minute 24 to go. Stay with us for our halftime show. We'll have our Eagles Landing scoreboard. Talk a little bit about the offensive play of the game, maybe a defensive play of the game. Also, we'll check in with our North Creek Family Dental leading rushers. So far today, it has been the Dallin Draper and Brooks Mickelson show. Draper with 3 touchdowns and Mickelson with 2. Been a very entertaining game up to this point.
You know, people like to come, they like to see points, like to see the ball go up and down the field. There's been some very nice executed plays here today. Both teams are playing pretty much on the top of their game. So
look at this kick. Burton right to the goal line. It's fielded right there. North Sevier will bring it back out across the 25 to the 30-yard line.
Now, Ken, and you can maybe hear some people here in the booth say the same thing. He stepped back into the end zone. You'll be able to see it here on the replay. He does actually step back into the end zone after he catches it right there.
Yep.
Step back
And
into
they
the
let
end
him
zone.
bring it
And
out.
I thought that's supposed to be a dead ball out the 20-yard line. So they get 10 yards as a result of that. I don't know. Maybe the ball has to cross.
Riley Ogden did a nice job. He returned it 30 yards out to the 30. So North Sevier with 1:18 to go here on the clock. They have it first and 10 and a fumble on the play, and it's a scramble underneath. Let's see who got it.
Delta's got it again.
Oh my goodness. So the Rabbits come up with a huge turnover. It was kind of a stretch handoff. The ball never got clean to the running back, and it came free. Was it Burton that reached in and grabbed it?
I couldn't tell because I thought the quarterback was going to get on it right there. It looked like a draw play, kind of a wraparound draw play right there, just being a little bit conservative. And, wow, Delta's got plenty of time. I don't know how many timeouts they've used. I know they burned the one. I'm not sure if they've used another, but you got plenty of time now to get another score on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Delta will have the ball at the 27 of North Sevier with 1:11 to go. Rabbits lead at 27-14. And North Sevier really needs to stop here. They don't want to go in down another score here at halftime. 3 receivers to the far side. They've got a wide out here to the near side. Here's the pitch to Draper around that left side, and nothing doing there as it's read perfectly. Might have got a yard on the carry, but coming up, Riley Ogden makes the stop.
And you can see Trevor Burton over there smacking himself in the helmet because he missed his block right there. That's the guy that made the tackle. He doesn't miss very many of those. He does a great job out there. And that, that's the difference in the play. You make that block and give them a little bit of room, they can take it and go. So not very many mistakes you see from old Trevor, though.
Yeah. Replays here in the booth, courtesy of local Channel 10. Nate Palmer in the booth. He is our engineer today. And we want to thank Nate and all the fine folks at Centricom. If you haven't got your high-speed internet through Centricom, give them a call. They'll certainly take good care of you. I also have their television package in my home, and I certainly appreciate Centricom. You're listening on KSVC FM radio on the Mid-Utah Sports Radio Network. In this quarterfinal game, 27-14, Delta leads it, and they're looking for more here late in the quarter. There's been a timeout taken here on the field, and that might have been Delta's last one. 55 seconds left. As we mentioned, hang with us for our halftime show. It'll be the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. Champions are by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to be their best. Jones and DeMille, they'll sponsor the halftime show. Here we go. This time, trips to the near side, single wide to the far side. Lone set back in Dallin Draper. Back to pass is Day. Going to go down to that far sideline, and it's picked off, I believe, in the end zone. Nicely done as Burton went to the ground and could do nothing after catching it. I believe that was Riley Ogden that pulled that one in.
And kind of got turned around again just a little bit of contact with them both right there. I don't really think there was a penalty in play, but wow, talk about dodging a bullet right there.
Nicely done by Riley Ogden to run step for step.
Absolutely, and then concentrate, hitting that on his way down to his butt. Ken, and while we're doing the game right here, just might I shout a little hello out to Brian Smith. I'll talk about that just a little bit later. Somebody's listening to you from a long ways away.
All right. Crane with a pass out in the right flat, caught, but it's behind the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a loss of about 3 yards. Pass was completed out there to Fernando Elmer.
And that's a very risky play down in your own end zone like that.
26 seconds left.
Defense right on it. And I think North Sevier is just going to be content letting this clock run down. They do not want to take a chance.
Crane will keep it himself as he comes around the right side and picks up a yard maybe. And the clock will continue to roll, and this should take us to the end of the first half. And it does. So both teams will head to the locker room. Delta leads it here in this quarterfinal matchup. 27-14 is your score. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a little bit, and we'll have some other scores from around the state, some of the statistics from this one, and a look ahead to the second half. So stay with us. 27-14. We'll return to Delta High School after this.
Nearly every person reaches a point in their lives when they need to have their wisdom teeth removed. Dr. Barton of Elevate Oral and Facial Surgery is the choice for wisdom tooth removal that can give you the peace of mind that you want. Having completed an additional 6 years of hospital-based surgical and anesthesia training after dental school makes him uniquely qualified to help you. Dr. Barton always takes the time to clearly explain the procedure so that you fully understand what to expect and are comfortable with your treatment. Visit them online at richfieldoralsurgery.com or call them at 435-287-4455. Elevate Oral and Facial Surgery.
School is back in session, which means cold and flu season isn't far behind. So stop by Service Drug today and receive your flu shot. They have vaccines available for all ages, and most insurances pay 100% of the cost. Service Drug also offers vaccines for other diseases, including shingles and pneumonia. Receive your injection in a private professional environment administered by licensed professionals. Let Service Drug provide your flu shot and receive a $5 coupon good on a $25 purchase and be entered to win a $25 gift certificate as well. Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore, dedicated to your good health and good value.
I'm Dr. Jason Standring, Central Valley Medical Center. I wanted to become a doctor because as I grew up, my family had a family doc that delivered my siblings and took care of us when we were sick and if we had to go to the hospital, and I wanted to do the same thing. Family medicine allows me to do that. I love the fact from birth and throughout their growing years and their families, even until the end of life care. I'm Dr. Jason Standring at Central Valley Medical Center, and we're accepting new patients, and I'm eager to get to know you and your family.
Smithfield Hog Production Division offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. The Smithfield team offers great jobs with growth potential in all phases of animal production, starting at $10 per hour or more based on experience, leadership, and education. Smithfield's benefits include medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, pension, education reimbursement, pay time off, and more. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/careers or call 435-387-6000. That's 387-6000. Smithfield, good food responsibly.
Attention homeowners, local grant money is now available on a limited basis to make your home energy efficient with solar. True Energy Pros is a local company that's dedicated to helping their neighbors save money and possibly eliminate their power usage bill. Good credit is helpful, but options are available if yours is less than perfect. Time is running out, so take advantage of grants available along with an average of $9,000 in tax credits. True Energy Pros offers a free consultation and free installation. And right now, qualified applicants will get a $10 gift card to Carl's Jr. Call Clark at 896-3003. That's 896-3003.
And once again, welcome back to Delta High School and the Jones and DeMille Engineering Halftime Show. Jones and DeMille Engineering supports our youth and their efforts to develop new talents and passions, paving the way to success. Best of luck to our rural teams this season. Again, our thanks to Jones. He helped sponsor many, many different activities here with the youth in the rural areas. Halftime score here, Delta leads at 27-14. In what has been a very entertaining ball game up to this point. And it started early as Delta ran the opening kickoff back 97 yards for a touchdown. That was Dallin Draper, who really showed why he is considered to be one of the two fastest men in the state of Utah. The kid can flat out fly. He also has a touchdown 4 yards, has another touchdown run of 1 yard. Jake Day has a touchdown of 11 yards out, and that's the scoring for Delta as they lead at 27-14. Now, for North Sevier, they've done some really good things, Coach. I've been impressed with the play calling, the way they've set things up, and Crane has done a nice job throwing the ball. He has thrown a couple of darts. He's thrown a couple of fades to the end zone, and his receiver out there, who we knew coming into this one would be a good one, Brooks Mickelson, has just been absolutely fabulous as he's caught 2 touchdown passes into that far corner of the end zone. And as you watch the replay right here from the first opening kickoff, you'll see here's Draper as he picks it up at the 3, breaks one tackle, breaks another one, and then after that, he's just so quick.
Yeah, as soon as you can see somebody within 10 yards of him and not with a very good angle, it's all forgone.
And so Dallin Draper opened up the scoring. And for a moment there, it looked like, wow, is Delta going to run away with this thing? No, they haven't. North Sevier kept their composure well and has done a nice job staying in this. They've had a couple of mistakes, a couple of turnovers that have cost them in the game. If they can clean that up a little bit, they can play with the Rabbits.
Yeah, you know what? 27-14 is quite a few points for a game, you know. And so I think both teams are playing at their best. You take away that run the kick back, and you're pretty darn even ball game. North Sevier gets the ball to start the second half, so they got a chance to get right back into this. But what I've been impressed with North Sevier is their execution. They've just seemed to, when it's open, they've capitalized on it and got it in the end zone. So just done a very good job.
Well, how about these for some of your numbers? And we certainly appreciate all of our sponsors that are helping us here today. This is our State Farm Insurance stat check for North Sevier here in the in this first half. They have run the ball, Coach, for 56 yards. They got pretty good balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 15 times North Sevier has run the ball for those 56 yards. And they've passed the ball for a total of 75 yards. So 131 and a half, it's not a bad number. It's keeping them in the game.
You bet, it's keeping them in the game. And as I said before, has turned out to be so true. Not very many things I say do, but the huge part in this game. They both turned it over a couple of times and kind of evened out in that respect, but that's just such huge things. Both teams' offense is good enough that if they don't turn it over, they got a great chance to score. North Sevier really coming with a good defensive philosophy to cause a turnover from Delta right off the bat, and then Delta's turn around taking advantage of what North Sevier was doing. So a lot of cat and mouse stuff going on out there.
North Sevier has thrown the ball 13 times here in the first half. And they have completed 8 of those 13 passes. How about this, Coach? Delta, they've thrown it 4 times, haven't completed a pass yet. And it kind of tells you kind of how these two styles kind of contradict each other.
But, you know, they've had a couple times where they're, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. I'm not sure why Trevor Burton has been on the back pedal when the ball comes there, because he's fallen down once and misjudged another one. Certainly was open the one time, but anyway, interesting dynamic there.
But if you look at this, Delta has run the ball 33 times in this first half. That's a lot of rushing attempts for a half, and they've ran the ball for 182 yards. So kind of gives you an idea there. The leading rusher in the game, obviously, is Dallin Draper here this afternoon. He's had a great, of course, Mickelson on the other side. He's gotten free a couple of times for touchdowns. So that's your...
Yeah, you know, when you're starting to play in end of October, you get into November, you got to have your cream come to the top. You got to have who you go to war with play their best, and both teams look to be doing that today.
So with that being said, let's throw it back to our studios again for a couple of minutes, allow them to identify all of the sponsors that are with us here today. Again, your halftime score, 27-14. Delta leads it. Back right after this.
Mountain Utah Family Medicine in Richfield is committed to providing compassionate, patient-centered, high-quality care to patients of all ages. Our staff of highly skilled and experienced care providers offer a wide variety of advanced medical care and treatment services for you and your family. We offer convenient appointment times, including after-hour services. Place your health and wellness in the hands of experienced medical professionals by scheduling an appointment with our physicians today, 435-561.
We offer quick service on your loan request. We make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for an answer from some out-of-town loan committee. It's one of the advantages of banking with hometown people. You're independent, so are we. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Hometown people, hometown spirit.
You remember your family, right? Those cute little zombies that are always stuck to their screens? Well, with router limits, you can manage screen time, filter web content, and track the browsing history of all your kids. All you have to do is plug this little guy into your router. Seriously, that's it. Router limit starts with screen time. You can set a schedule for each family member, what they can do online, and when they can do it. You can filter content by category or even by specific website. Sure, you've got great kids, but sooner or later, they're going to come in contact with something that's not so great. Router Limits lets you see what they see so that you can have those important conversations before the internet has them for you. Router Limits helps my family disconnect from devices and reconnect with each other.
Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Robinson Transport is a major part of the central Utah economy by hauling supplies to maintain the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. The management extends a sincere appreciation to all of their drivers for their hard work and dedication. Robinson Transport fully supports the education of our area youth and their participation in athletic competition. Should you need any construction equipment, topsoil, gravel, or concrete work, remember Robinson Transport of Salina, a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
My name is Dr. Joel Holman. I'm an orthopedic surgeon here at Central Valley Medical Center, specializing in general orthopedics, which includes sports injuries, total joint replacements, shoulder, hip, and knee, and I'm the only hand surgeon from Provo to St. George. One of the things that I like is that I'm able to take care of people that I've known for most of my life in this area, which I have a fondness for. We treat all orthopedic extremity conditions here at Central Valley Medical Center. We've got a great team, clinic staff, hospital staff, operating crew, and physical therapy services.
And we welcome you back to Delta High School. This is the Jones and DeMille Engineering Halftime Show. From first down to touchdowns, the Jones and DeMille Engineering team is here to help you tackle the toughest infrastructure issues. And real quick, let's take a look at the Eagles Landing scoreboard. Some of the scores coming in from around the state. End of the third quarter, Kanab is leading Layton Christian 38-16 in that one. It's the half, Parowan over Altamont 20-0. Also at the half, Duchesne 26-0 over Monticello. And again at the half, Milford leads Rich 21-0. We jump into the 2A quarterfinals. Of course, this one right here, Delta leads at 27-14. And also at the half, here's a little bit of a surprise, Coach. South Summit leads San Juan, but only by one score. 13-6 is your halftime score up there.
Wow.
8:53 to go in the first quarter. Beaver leads American Leadership Academy 7-0. And I don't have a score yet on Millard at Grand. That's my upset pick of the day is Millard at Grand today. And I think they could go get them down there.
Yeah, are they all afternoon games then? Obviously 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock start.
Yep, Millard's a 5 o'clock start. Here's a few of the 3A quarterfinal scores. Juan Diego leads Grantsville 14-7 at the half. Boy, Morgan and Richfield 7-6. Morgan leads Richfield by 1 point in the second quarter. We haven't seen anything yet on Manti, Summit Academy, or Union and Juab. So you never know when you get into the playoffs, do you? It's just
no.
Teams can rise up and anybody can beat anybody.
And all you want to do is just be playing your best come playoff time. Some teams have a mentality of that's when they want to get going, and so even though some of them may be superior or inferior, you got to play them all, and you don't want to overlook anybody going into the playoffs. So yeah, I would think South Summit would definitely be ahead of San Juan a little bit more than that. Whether they wake up in the second half, but you don't know the dynamic. You don't know if maybe the quarterback got hurt, maybe somebody got hurt, maybe they've turned the ball over quite a bit. But bottom line, that's why they make them play. And Ken, I mentioned something earlier to you. I just had a little text sent to me from Brian Smith. Lives a long ways away from here, and an old ex-Delta football player, great football player, says hello to you, and just turned on the broadcast and listening to you.
So we got fans all over the place, don't we? All over the world. I actually have a daughter that lives up in West Jordan, Shaquille, and has a couple little kids, Deegan and Katie, that they tune in regularly because they want to. I'm not sure if they're as much Delta fans as they want to hear Grandpa.
Absolutely, they want to hear Grandpa.
Again, it's so good to have you with us here on a Friday afternoon. Whether you're listening in from the North Sevier area, your team has played well today. They are not out of this by any means, but they certainly want to try and generate just a little more offense and get the defense going here in this second half. And if you're from the Delta area as well, good to have you listening in on KSVC FM, on the Mid-Utah Sports Radio Network. And if you're watching on local channel 10, thrilled to have you there as well. As we mentioned, the winner of this game moves on to the semis next week. It'll be Saturday, 2:30 game up at Weber State University. And that's a fun venue to go to. We were there last year.
It is. And Ken, one thing you're talking about how this is such a great environment, this great conditions are such great today. Delta's field, for being a grass field, is just one of the best grass fields. Not a whole lot of grass fields left, but very nice grass field, very quick grass field. But for the most part, you play on the turf. I don't know when we'll eventually get some turf. There's certainly some advantages to it, certainly some disadvantages, but this is a very nice grass field out there.
Yeah, great facility here at Delta High School. Of course, brand new high school sits right behind us. And the Palladium 4,000-seat basketball arena with a brand new gymnasium attached to that. They have really done a nice job here putting together facilities for the young people here in the Delta area. So we're about a minute away, so let's take one more quick break, kick it back to our studios, and then we'll be here with the second half kickoff right after this.
You've seen Zions Bank's name at sporting events, performances, and fundraisers. We're just about everywhere. Your children and grandchildren see Zions dedicated employees in their classroom, teaching them how to save. We do all this because we have skin in the game. We support South Central Utah because we live and work here too. So we're as committed to this community's future as you are. When it comes to choosing to bank at Zions, rest assured you're selecting a company dedicated to value to South Central Utah's businesses, individuals, and families.
ZionsBank.com, member FDIC.
At Farm Bureau, when we talk about protecting what matters most, we're not just talking about things with walls and things with wheels. We're talking about people, your family. Everything that's important to you is important to us. That's why our agents are ready to help protect your future and give you peace of mind today. Visit us online or just stop by to see how Farm Bureau agents make insurance simple.
In more, contact Chad or Melanie to see how they make insurance simple.
As we come back, we want to thank all of our sponsors you've seen or heard on the radio or watching on Local Channel 10. Zions Bank, Centricom, High-Speed Internet, Local Channel 10, Sahara Motors, Service Drug, Utah Independent Bank, Intermountain Sevier Hospital, Elevate Oral and Facial Surgery, Materion Natural Resources, Intermountain Power Service Corporation, All Around Dental Care, National Vinyl Products, Mountain Utah Family Medicine, Farm Bureau Insurance, Delta and Fillmore, and Swizzle Soda Shop and Steiner Daniels Law Firm. A lot of good people help bring these broadcasts. These kids get such great exposure.
Absolutely, and that's just, you certainly appreciate every one of them who kick in and are going to pay some money to let these kids get out and be in the limelight. It's a great thing. We certainly appreciate it.
So back deep for North Sevier, it'll be Connor Olson along with Riley Ogden to receive this kickoff from Trevor Burton as we start the second half. End-over-end kick's going to be fielded on the far side at about the 7-yard line. I believe that is going to be Connor Olson as he comes back up the middle and taken down right at about the 26-yard line where the Wolves will start 1st and 10.
And I think this very first series will say a lot about this game. North Sevier has to get back in this kind of in a hurry. They can't afford to let Delta get up another score and be up 3 scores in this game. So a necessity right now for North Sevier to have some success.
So once again, it'll be Taylor Crane who will bring his offensive team out onto the field. One lone setback to his left, 2 wide. He'll give it to his slot back as he comes across the 26 and taken down, I believe, right at maybe the 27-yard line. Give him a yard on the carry right there.
Yeah, had to work pretty hard just to get that 1 yard too.
I believe that was Jace Thomas that made the tackle.
I believe you're right.
Back to pass, Crane out in the flat left side, makes the completion, but tackled immediately. I believe Sam Clark immediately was there to take down Connor Olson.
Yeah, and that's a risky pass out there in the flat when you don't have anyone assigned to make a block out in front of him. So loss of yardage right there almost. Back to the original line of scrimmage, but now you got 3rd and 10.
So Taylor Crane will stand at his own 20-yard line, takes the snap, looking, going to come down this left sideline and perfectly thrown. Guess who? Mickelson again makes the catch and goes all the way down to the 27-yard line. The ball was thrown perfectly and Brooks Mickelson hauls it in.
Wow, that was just incredible execution right there. Just a little corner route again. Ball couldn't have been thrown any better than right on that outside shoulder, and he's got some good speed, boy. He just about turned that one into a house run.
46-yard pass completion from Taylor Crane to Brooks Mickelson, and then Mickelson turned on the jets to get all the way down to the 27-yard line of Delta. You want to get healthy in a hurry? There you go. If they can punch one in right here, they're right back in this game. Here's Crane, keeps it himself, has running room. Gets to about the 24-yard line where Atkinson comes up and makes the stop. Going to be a gain of about 4, maybe 5.
Boy, and if he would have waited maybe just a little bit for his blocker right there, might have been a touch more effective, but pretty good run anyway.
Yep, trips to the far side. There's a wide out here to the near side. Crane in the shotgun, looks to pass. Gonna go over the middle, wide open, complete. This may go for a touchdown, and it does. 23 yards out. A number on the catch, I think it went to Burke Mickelson. I'll watch on the replay right here. But that was thrown right on the money.
Yeah, just kind of went down there and sat in that little soft spot again, caught it, turned it upfield.
So the point after try. Low snap, but it's down. Kick is up. And it's good. With 10:05 to go in the third. North Sevier scores quickly, and they cut this to a 6-point game. 27-21. We'll be back after this.
So wait, is he a physician or a dentist?
He's both a physician and a dentist.
Oh, okay, great. So I can go to him for fillings and this back pain that I've been having?
Not exactly. Dr. James Barton is a board-certified specialist in oral and maxillofacial surgery. We've never had this type of specialty in the area, but now we won't have to.
Experience oral and facial surgery care in a whole new way with a state-of-the-art facility in central Utah. Visit them online at richfieldoralsurgery.com or call them at 435-287-4455. Elevate Oral and Facial Surgery.
So I'm just going back. I mean, it's 17, so I just went back 10.
We're back live. We're just talking about that last run. Or the touchdown there. Wow. Delta just looked like they were on their heels all the way down the field right there.
Yeah, with such Crane and Mickelson took over.
So Connor Olson to kick this one away. This is another pooch kick, going to be fielded at about the 30-yard line of Delta and gets hammered down right at about the 35-yard line. That's where the Rabbits will take over, first down and 10.
So there's another pooch kick just a little bit too far that time, so that's just like giving Delta the ball at the 35-yard line. You might there's been a couple that just haven't been executed very well, unlike a lot of others.
The ball after Delta just took their drive, 65 yards in 6 plays and a score. Nice effort right there. I believe we'll get the number for the Delta. That's Trey Bruff that came up and made the tackle on the return man. So here we go, back and forth. Now it's North Sevier's turn to try and get a score. They came out, took the opening kickoff, Coach. They went 74 yards in just 5 plays to get back to with 1 score, and Delta answered right back with 6 plays and 65 yards. Okay, now North Sevier needs to do the same thing.
Yeah, they do.
From the 20-yard line, first down and 10. Back to pass, Crane gets it to his receiver out in the flat right side, steps through a tackle, and then gets ahead for a gain of about 4. I believe on the catch that time was Burke Mickelson. 124 yards passing. Well, and I think it was Burke Mickelson that had the touchdown on the last drive on the catch, was it not?
Yeah, so
we'll even add to that. 151 yards passing now for Taylor Crane. Single setback next to Crane. Back to pass is Crane. Going to come down the near sideline and overshoots his intended receiver, Mickelson, at the 45. Dawson Dutson was running with Brooks Mickelson. The ball sails over his head. Every time, you can just hear the crowd here, Coach, every time they step back and throw one for anywhere near Brooks Mickelson, everybody holds their breath because the kid can flat out run underneath the ball and go down the field.
It's easy to misjudge him just by a step, and the way Crane's been throwing the ball right on the money. It's
over the middle this time.
Same play they've run 2 or 3 times, just that little delay slant pass coming in there, just settling down in that little soft part of the zone. And
they hit Cody Christensen on a little slant pattern over the middle, and he picks up 10 yards to the 40-yard line and gives North Sevier another first down. 166 yards passing for Taylor Crane here in the ball game. He's had a nice afternoon. Double wide either side of the field. Crane back to pass and complete. Juggled for a moment and caught ahead for a first down. This is Burke Mickelson with the catch, and he takes it to midfield.
And you know, Jace Thomas has been so close to that. It's a left-hander thrown across his body to the outside like that too, which takes that angle even away a little bit for that quarterback. That is so close to being picked off, yet it has to be right on the money and has been.
So a new set of downs for the Wolves. They are at the Delta 49. They've got 3 receivers to the near side. Crane back to pass. Going to go down that far sideline. Got a man open, but he overshoots his intended receiver, Cody Christensen, down at about the 30-yard line. Had him open, but the ball just sailed on him.
Yeah, he was out there just all by himself, ran that corner pattern again and sailed on him a little bit. One of the very few that he hasn't put on the money, because that was should have been a pitch catch for a first down.
So it'll bring up second down and 10, again from the 49. 5:32 to go in the third quarter. Delta leads this one 33-21. A lot of points in this one. Trips to the far side. Single setback, moves to the left of Taylor Crane. Takes the snap, looks, now going to run it up the middle. He's got room to go. Slides down at the 44-yard line. Going to give him an advantageous spot there. They'll move it ahead to the 43. Nice effort by Crane.
You don't see that a whole lot in high school sports either. Usually they try to just bang a few extra yards. I wouldn't be surprised he could have got that first down if he'd have stayed up, because he's pretty athletic in what he does out there, but nonetheless, 3rd and 3.
North Sevier picking up the tempo a little bit. They come in a hurry. Back to pass again is Crane, and dropped. I almost called that one too quick. He was trying to go over the middle, and Jake Jackson, the sophomore, went up, caught it, it looked like for a moment, and then just couldn't hang on to it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, as he brought it down just a little bit, because he had it picked. It was.
Yep. Once again for that outstanding receiver, Brooks Mickelson, but it falls incomplete to the back corner of the end zone. So now it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the North Sevier Wolves. Again, the ball right at the 29-yard line of Delta. So you got to figure they're probably in 4-down territory. If they don't pick up the first here, they'll certainly go for it. So Crane out of the shot, gets back to the 6, got a man open and complete at the 24-yard line and taken down there. They're going to mark him ahead to the 22. Pass interference, and then they'll call a dead ball on Sportsman. So the ball is going to be placed just barely outside of the goal line. Let's see if they rethink this and kick this one for the lead. I believe they will this time. No, they won't. They pick up the tee. They're heading for the sideline. They're going to go for 2 on this one. They still have people running in and out. Not sure if they have everybody on that they want. So the ball is, we're talking 6 inches or less from the goal line, and they'll go for 2. Crane takes the snap to his back, and he didn't get in. He fumbled it and does not get in, and the score will remain tied. Wow. So the defense stiffens on the point after try. And interesting, all that went down right there. As North Sevier chooses to go for the 2-point conversion, and they don't get it in. So we're tied at 33 apiece with 1:33 to go in the third quarter. That one will probably be talked about for a long time. So North Sevier has really, really cranked it up here in the second half. They have 3 possessions, and they have scored touchdowns on all 3 possessions. So they took the first drive 74 yards in 5 plays. The second drive went 80 yards in 8 plays. And then this last drive was 43 yards in 9 plays. So here is the kick, gonna bounce at about the 10, picked up there. And that's Jake Day handling at the quarterback. He returns it up to about the 26-yard line where the takeover, first down and 10, new ball game. As the Rabbits and the Wolves are tied up at 33 in this battle for a chance to move on into the semifinal matchup next week at Weber State. So here comes Jake Day out on the field. Again, 26-yard line is where Delta will take over, first down and 10. They'll come with a double wide formation. Again, that inverted wishbone. They'll send Sam Clark in motion. Here's the give. Dallin Draper off that right side. Ahead for a gain of about 4 to the 30-yard line.
So when we get a break here, I do have a quick
Johnson.
South Central Utah.
What matters. We're not just talking about things with walls and things with wheels. We're talking about people, your family. Everything that's important to you is important to us. That's why our agents are ready to help protect your future and give you peace of mind today.
Make insurance simple.
Are going to be the ones that stop. You know, you're just starting to. Boy, they marked him back, and they said his foot stopped. They moved it back 3 yards from where he was, so obviously his knee must have gone down. So they got 4th down and a little over a foot.
You know, just watching, we were looking straight down at it. It looked like he was still parallel above the ground, but obviously the officials had a little better look. So it's 4th down and less than a yard. Huge, huge play.
Another, boy, just a crucial play on both sides. North Sevier played it for half a yard and a half, but all he needed was a half a yard. So, well, it's just getting pretty intense down the stretch here, Ken.
So on a 4th down and short, Delta picks it up. Here's Dallin Draper ahead, close to the 45, a gain of 4 on a first down play. It'll bring 2nd down and 6.
And here again, the turnover is going to be so crucial. If you happen to turn it over, Delta would like to take a lot of time off this clock again and get one in the end zone, but North Sevier's shown that they don't need a whole lot of time with what they do as well. So cat and mouse game all the way through.
Here's the give. First back through off that right tackle and ahead for a first down and a gain of 10 to the 35-yard line. And was that Sam Clark?
That was.
So Delta continues to pile up the yardage on the ground, 274 yards to be exact. They have not completed a pass yet. Ball at the 35 of North Sevier. Here's a little crossbuck action, Jamin Bruff, and it's going nowhere. I believe coming in there, reading that well. Grab a couple of numbers. North Sevier did a great job right there. 57, I believe, was one of them.
And 63, I believe, is another one. He's been in on a couple of them.
63 is Duncan Averett.
Yeah, I think he's been in on a couple lately.
So no gain on the play right there. 2nd down and 10. Clock runs, 9:55 to go in the ball game. We're tied at 33. As nobody, or I should say the defensive sides of the ball haven't been able to stop anybody here in the second half. Jake Day keeps it himself, needs a block, steps inside that block and ahead to the 25, and it's close to the first down. Boy, he took a pretty good shot right there at the end.
And I think they're going to give him just past the 25-yard line, so I think it is going to be a first down. And I think Jake's might be a little bit...
a little wobbly?
Yeah, a little wobbly as well. He's got kids around him trying to, almost like they're coaxing him to stay up and telling him what to do.
They're waiting for the play to come in. Russ Fowles is all over this near side official. He wanted the same call that North Sevier got earlier, I believe. Up and now here comes a flag. That's my favorite call, Coach.
Yes, it is.
The old sideline warning, and now the head official is going to come over and talk to Coach Fowles. So the near side official having having his struggles here on the sideline. So it's just a warning. There's no walk-off on this. The next one it will be.
But I don't know what Coach Fowles was mad at in the first place. Did you? You thought it was?
They thought there was maybe a blow to the head on that last run. I didn't see it. So we'll come back to live action. First down and 10 from the 25 of North Sevier. Double tight. Here's Jake Day, keeps it himself, cuts it up inside, and goes ahead for a gain of 8.
Well, if he is woozy and wobbly,
Wow.
he's sure doing a good job of disguising it, because that was a pretty good run right there. Read it just right. They went out on the pitch man. He turned it up just like he's supposed to, and got just about 9 yards out of it, 8, 9 yards.
Yeah, I believe coming up making the tackle was Connor Olson. He comes up with a little bit gimpy himself. So second down and 2, clock still counting down, 8:37 to go in the ball game, and we've got a battle here, 33-33. Double tight formation once again for the Rabbits. Here is the give, coming up through the middle, touchdown! From 17 yards out.
And that was just a heck of a run right there. That was Sam Clark just saying, I am not going to be denied. I was going to comment that on his last run, that he's kind of got a sense of urgency. He really wants to get that ball up in there, and boy, did a great job. That was a great run right there. Stiff arming, keeping people off of him so he can get up into the secondary, and then pushed it on through.
And with that run of 17, Delta now pushes their numbers up. They're 309 on the night for rushing. And that is everything. They have not completed a pass yet here in the ball game. And now Clark's got to hurry, catch his breath. He'll kick the point after try, and it's up, and it's good. So with 8:23 to go in the ball game, Delta gets on the board again, and they lead at 40-33. We'll be back right after this 1-minute break.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking in Salina is now hiring local drivers. If you're looking for a solid career in the trucking industry that has a positive working environment, join the big blue trucks of Barney Truck. The job includes benefits, training, retirement, and requires a Class A CDL license and an endorsement for doubles and triples. To apply, go to barneytrucking.com or call 529-4422. That's 529-4422.
Tee this one up for the Rabbits. He'll kick it deep and fielded back in the end zone. This will come out as a touchback. Riley Ogden makes the catch, but he's well deep into the end zone, and so North Sevier yard field ahead of them. They'll take over first down and 10 from their own 20.
And that's a pretty good weapon right there to kick one into the end zone, because very seldom when you do have a kick returned, you get it inside that 20-yard line. So Trevor did a great service right there.
So I'll tell you, the team that's going to win this game, Coach, is whoever defense steps up first, because so far no one's really been able to stop the other team in this second half. Here's Crane out of the shotgun, got a man wide open and complete to the 25-yard line. Going down to the turf right there was Cody Christensen. Makes the catch, and it'll be a gain of 5. North Sevier with 235 yards passing. They've got 92 rushing, so obviously they're well over 300. They have really played a nice ball game here this afternoon. Second down and 5 from the 25-yard line. Crane with one lone setback to his right, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and now comes out into the flat complete. And the receiver gets the first down and more, all the way out across the 35 to about the 38-yard line.
And credit again there, the receivers out there, Ken, doing a great job blocking, just hooked up with their man, never let him loose, and gave him some room to get out to about the 38-yard line.
That was Fernando Elmer that made the catch and then really got upfield. It's a gain of 13.
Yeah, whoever can get a turnover, whoever can stop the other on downs, just have a little defense here, and somebody could maybe win this game.
Here's the give to the back coming across the formation, and no gain. What ball come loose, did they say?
And
it did. That came loose. Boy, that far side official coach was so nonchalant about it. He killed the clock real slow with his hands, and then he kind of stood there for a minute.
And then the white hat had to come in and actually point. You almost wondered whether it was a fumble or not. So
they give the ball to the back coming across from the slot formation from left to right. He got all the way to the far sideline, and then the ball just popped free right at the end of the run, and Delta gets on it. So there's the break you just talked about.
Yeah, right there.
And that's a tough one.
You bet that is a tough one.
For the North Sevier Wolves right there.
But Delta just needs to get points out of this to turn into a two-score game. Then I don't believe there's enough time. So North Sevier certainly wants to buck up and see if they can't get another turnover themselves.
So the ball is at the 37-yard line of North Sevier. They'll come off that left side ahead for a gain of about 4, maybe even 5. Jamin Bruff, the ball carrier.
And Delta needs to just milk this for every bit it's got. You go down to the time where the ref starts counting each time and get you 3 first downs, and you can take this clock right off.
I believe it was Gage Mason that made the tackle. And if that's the case, that kid, he's played a nice ball game. You talked about him not being, big of stature, but he's got a big heart. Now they're going to make him come out of the game for just a moment. Kid has been in on a lot of tackles today. So they'll substitute, I believe, for Gage right here. Don't know if it's an equipment problem or what it might be. So they'll wind the clock, 7 minutes even left in this one. 40-33, Delta leads it. And here is the give, right up the middle. Sam Clark spinning ahead close to a first down.
And I got a text from somebody that says that last play wasn't a fumble. I guess they showed it on the replay, just saying it didn't look like a fumble from where it is, one of our local people around here. So
I didn't see, it was right in front of the North Sevier bench, and I didn't see them get too upset about it. But
I couldn't tell either. Yeah, nobody barked.
So a gain of 5. It's a fourth down and a yard, and Delta's not going to get it. Dallin Draper tried to get up through the hole, and he is hit right at the line. I think it's going to be fourth down and short, and it is.
Yeah, it actually lost about a half a yard right there, Ken. So a crucial play right here. Delta gets the first down, can milk another 3 minutes off that clock, and
we're down to 6:15 left in the ball game. One score ball game too, 40-33. Delta leads. They'll go for it. Here's Jake Day, and that same play. They've worked this in several. That's a quarterback keep. He follows his lead block up through the hole, and he gets 4 yards and a first down. So they'll move the chains. The ball's just inside of the 25-yard line of North Sevier.
Yeah, and once the clock starts, it's going to be inside of 6 minutes, Ken, And you got, after everything gets settled, you get another 35 seconds. So you got to be able to run three minutes.
North Sevier can answer in a hurry. We've seen that this half. So here we go, double tie formation. Here's the give. Dallin Draper through the middle of the hole, and he's gone. Touchdown, Dallin Draper from 25 yards out.
You can just, it just kind of wears on you and wears on you and wears on you, and those big kids pounding on you all the time, and then stuff like that happens. So that was nice blocking up front right there. Draper was into the secondary before he could even realize it. So
Dallin Draper having a whale of a game. He's got 2 touchdowns here in the second half, and I believe we figured he had 3 in the first.
Yeah, he's scoring a lot of fantasy points today if you got him on your team.
I'm picking him up. I guarantee that tonight. Wow. Pick him up and Mickelson both.
I think with your fantasy team, you pick up a couple of those linemen and you get as many points.
Point after is good. So with 5:39 to go in the ball game, Delta back out on top, 2 scores, 47-33. We'll be back after this timeout.
Sahara Motors, just north of Delta, makes the vehicle buying process easy and stress-free just for you. Choose from 5 new brands under one roof and let the adventure begin. That's right, Sahara, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, all under one roof to make the process quick and easy. Oh yeah, and an entire lot full of pre-owned vehicles completes the deal. Be sure to welcome Kaylin Sperry to the sales force at Sahara Motors, just north of Delta.
And back live here at the stadium at Delta High School. Delta capitalizes on a turnover. They take the ball 37 yards. 4 plays for the score, and it was Dallin Draper finishing it off 25 yards out for the touchdown. So here's Burton to kick this one away. Fielded by an up back, and a pretty nice return. And I believe that was Duncan Averett that picked up the short kick and returned it to the 34.
Little Tate Abbott there on the tackle.
Now, if you're North Sevier here,
tips
Coach,
him upside down.
I don't think you need to panic if you're with your North Sevier, because you show that you've got the quick strike ability. Stay within your game plan.
Well, you're going to have, you obviously got 2 possessions, so you're going to have to get an onside kick regardless of what happens.
And somebody jumped just a little bit early on North Sevier. It'll cost them 5. But with the arms that we have seen by Taylor Crane, he can certainly throw the ball downfield. And with the weapons he's got running free out there, Brooks Mickelson along with Burke Mickelson, kids can get down the field.
And in high school, when the clock stops for each first down, you can prolong that.
So
Dave Shane, you got to keep moving. Shane, 1st and 15.
Taylor Crane got a man open here on the near sideline, and incomplete. He was looking for Cody Christensen here at the 45, defending for Delta coming over. I believe that was Derek Atkinson, and Atkinson was looking to make a hit if he caught it.
Yeah, and he wasn't going to let him get behind him by any means, but if he'd have thrown that a little bit more shallow out into the flat, he would have got a first down. So you got to be careful you don't give him so much that they just nickel and dime you.
2nd down and 15. The ball caught out in the flat far side. The receiver dives ahead. I think that's Mickelson. It is out to about the 36-yard line. Brooks Mickelson. And even after he makes the catch, he gets so many yards after he catches the ball.
Yeah, now you got 3rd down and 8, Ken. So certainly I think North Sevier looking over on this side right here, out into the flat might be.
Yep. Might have one-on-one coverage right
outside,
here.
Outside backwards widening a little bit.
Back to pass. Crane gets hit once and thrown down finally. He's sacked back at the 31-yard line. People were just coming too many too quick, and he just could not get rid of it. So it's a loss of 4. Chase Fowles with the sack.
And Kenny had that delayed slant right there again, wide open. There was nobody within 5 yards of him either direction, and just did not have quite enough time to get it off.
Timeout taken on the field. I believe that was North Sevier that took it. We'll keep it right here to set this up. 4:45 to go in the ball game. Delta in a battle. They lead it 47-33 over a North Sevier team that I have been very impressed with tonight.
Boy, and they just come right back up. They're ready to go now again. If you're the coach, you got to be thinking, all right, what play do I have that can get me 12 and a half yards now? Because you're looking at 4th and 12. No tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised. Delta brings a little pressure here as well.
Here's Crane back to pass. Going down the far sideline, got a man. Did he make the catch? I believe he did. That was a fabulous catch.
Wow.
Out at the 47-yard line. Guess who? Brooks Mickelson.
And Ken, I'm sorry, I didn't think he was going to be able to run that one down. It looked like it was just too far out in front of him. What a catch did he make.
About 20 yards on it. Beautiful, beautiful pitch and catch there. Back to pass, Crane once again. Going down that far sideline, got the man open again, and he can't quite haul it in. Mickelson running down to the 10-yard line, dove outstretched hands, but Brooks could not pull it in. It was just a little bit overthrown.
But there again, Ken, the Delta defender did not turn and go fast enough, and he actually had a couple of steps on him by the time the ball got there. If that was on the money, he goes in the end zone.
So 2nd down and 10, the ball at the 46 of Delta. 4:29 left in the game, 47-33. Double wide on either side of the field. Back to pass is Crane, and it's knocked down Was that, I think that might have been big Braden Davis. Braden Davis, fairly tall. He goes up and knocked the ball down, incomplete.
Yeah, and certainly you teach them if you can't get there, get your hands up and do everything you can, try to knock it down.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10, again from the 46. Taylor Crane stands at his own 48-yard line, takes the snap, drops back, looks, gonna go down this left sideline. The ball's up for grabs. And they say, I think, complete.
Yeah, I believe he did catch it. He stayed in front of the defender somehow, some way, and pulled it down.
Burt Mickelson this time goes up.
Wow.
And hauls it in.
Yeah, down to the 16-yard line. No fear at all from this North Sevier team. They're just jumping up and getting it to go again. Still over 4 minutes to go in the game.
From the 11, Crane back to pass again, going to the end zone. Did he catch it? We have no signal yet. They're going to call pass interference regardless of whether he caught it or not.
Well, but
Apparently he didn't catch it.
But I wouldn't be surprised that that interference would have been on the offense right there, because it almost looked to me like he may have pushed off just a little bit to get open. We'll have to see. Interference. Yep, they're calling it on the offense right there. Just a little bit of push to get separation out there.
Coach Lindley upset over on his sideline, and you can understand in a battle like this, you want to give everything you can for the kids. I don't blame him for being upset. He wants that call to go his way. And he never did signal whether he caught it or not either. So,
because dove and did catch it, and I couldn't tell whether he did or didn't. So, anyway, you got to get all the way down to the 6-yard line for the 1st down. So
the ball now is spotted at the 30-yard line. Whoop, and here comes a flag on the far sideline. And there's your sideline warning, much like Delta got earlier.
That's how you tell those referees are in control of the game. You can see that sideline warning called on both sides.
I always said it's one of those where I'm going to tell my big brother on you. And I'm okay,
if you're not
okay
careful,
with that.
If you're not careful, I'm telling Mom.
There you go. Back to pass. Crane. Intercepted. Brandon Atkinson at the 25-yard line. Turns and heads back. Up the field across the 35 to the 40. The 45 and down at midfield. And there's flags all over the place. There's 2 flags at the 35. There's a flag over on the far sideline. I think the interception will stand, but there's going to probably be a block in the back coming the other way.
Return.
So Brandon Atkinson, the middle linebacker for Delta, just stepped back, drifted back far enough to go up and pick off the pass that was coming over the middle. And Delta will most likely have the ball now. It may be back a ways, but if I'm not correct, Coach, I think there's a flag way over there on the far sideline.
Sure looks to me like.
So here's your block in the back on the return against Delta. Personal foul.
Unsportsmanlike
against North Sevier.
So it's going to move it way back and then bring it back up again.
They're going to mark it at the 40 after all that. I'm not sure. I guess your guess is as good as mine.
Well, that's about where the flag was thrown. So the block in the back will move it back 15, and the unsportsmanlike is going to move it right back to where it was.
The block in the back would have been 10, and then 15 ahead for the other.
Yep. Is that what they called, was a block in the back? Mm-hmm. I thought that was a...
Nonetheless, after all is said and done, it's Delta football. 1st and 10 from their own 40. And I believe Delta jumped early and will cost themselves 5 yards.
Well, that's Brandon Atkinson, but he's deserving after the interception. I said, we'll give you that one.
And all I could figure maybe from that far sideline was as the referee turned to run up the field, he might have bumped into somebody.
Might have done.
I can appreciate the energy and the enthusiasm from Coach Devin Lindley over there because, you know what, he's done a great job with this team. He brought him in very prepared here tonight.
You betcha, and his kids have fought hard too.
So they'll move him back 5. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Rabbits from their own 35-yard line. Here's the give. Jamin Bruff, left tackle, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Give him 5. 3:42 to go in the ball game. Delta leads it 47-33, but they know they have been in an absolute dogfight here today.
I don't see the age of the guys here from North Sevier. I know Delta's got one starter on offense that's coming back. They're a very senior-oriented team. But
here's Bruff again off the left tackle ahead for a couple. Brings up third down, and I think North Sevier had to burn a couple of timeouts early. So they're going to have a hard time stopping this clock.
Yeah. And if they can't get a stop, it's going to be a moot point anyway. So, boy, it's down to 2:50 and counting. So, I think Delta's got this game in hand, Ken, without a doubt. That's obvious, but yep, very impressed with the way North Sevier's fought here today.
Here's the give. Dallin Draper runs into one of the middle linebackers coming back up through the middle, I believe, for North Sevier. That was Tanner Sorensen, who's had a nice ball game for the Wolves today.
Yeah, he has played very well on the defensive side. And Russ Fowles, I don't think he's even thinking about possibly punting it down there and making them come 80 yards for it. He said, if you can stop us, we'll let you have a short field.
Delta will go for it. 4th down and 2 from the 48-yard line. 2:10 to go. Guess what? Same play. Jake Day with a little quarterback follow, gets ahead across the stripe, and has a first down. They have really got their mileage out of that one today.
And that should do it.
They'll wind it.
Yeah, I don't think North Sevier is going to look at calling any timeout, so unless Delta does something drastic here, you got a 47-33 game, 90 points. Pretty entertaining afternoon to see 90 points.
Delta will snap this ball with under 1:50 to go. Here's the give, first back through off that left tackle, picks up a couple. I believe that was Sam Clark on the carry. And folks, if you've been listening in from North Sevier, we appreciate you being patient with us as we got used to a few new names and numbers down there. And may we just say to you how proud we are and how you should be proud of your kids today, because they came in and fought hard, really put up a nice battle here against the number 4 team in the state. Here's the give. Dallin Draper ahead for a gain of a couple more.
Boy, and they have absolutely no quit in them, even right down the stretch here, Ken. So, yeah, gained a lot of respect today for this North Sevier program. These kids that are out there battling, they came in expecting to win this ball game. They didn't come over thinking that times are tough. They were after it.
So about 3rd down and 6 as we're under a minute to go. 50 seconds to be exact. 47-33. Delta leads it here. They're going to escape, but may I put a little emphasis on the word escape. Here's the keeper by Jake Day. He'll have the first down, but a flag comes in at 45, so I assume this one will come back. And my question is, not going to make any difference in the game, Coach, but whether as an official you put the play clock back in or the game clock after an offensive penalty, we'll watch and see what they do. They'll say it's a chop block against Delta, so this will bring the ball obviously way back. This will be a 15-yard penalty all the way back to the 40. Yeah, as we wind things down here. Manti Summit Academy tied up at 7 apiece. Drew Ave leads Union 6-0 in the second quarter. So 34 seconds on the clock, and they do not start it, which is correct.
Yeah, last play of the game right here, Ken.
So Delta will just line up in that double tight inverted bone. And back to pass. Pass is complete. Are you kidding me? Over the top to Jamin Bruff. 60-yard touchdown pass to Jamin Bruff, as we thought the game would end right there.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb.
Let me say
I'm going to
this.
go out on a limb. I don't like that. I just
That's,
flat don't like that. That's all there is to it.
That is the first and only pass that Delta has completed all day, and that would be my defense on that one, is maybe you're just trying to show or trying to get something to work in the passing game so you can
and you got to look out
forward.
for your own team. I understand that. North Sevier coaching staff over there is not happy. I'll just leave it at that and wait for the kickoff.
7 plays to go 60 yards for a score there, and all of a sudden, this is a 54-33 ball game. A game that was tied, Coach, at 33 apiece here in the second half.
You know, I'm going to comment on this. I'm not sure Coach Russ Valdoner wanted to have that happen either, Ken.
Well, he's having quite a discussion with his quarterback.
And he's shaking his head as if he didn't agree with that. I wonder if that was just.
You wonder if maybe somebody changed the play.
I don't think that was intended to do that. I don't think he liked that. Coach Val isn't that kind of guy. Ball game was over. Get on it. Get out of here.
So the kickoff taken at the 10-yard line and brought back to the 24 with 17 seconds to go. I'm with you. I wonder if the play got changed somewhere between the sideline and the huddle.
Yeah, I just can't see him doing that.
Here comes a flag in. Everybody's just walking to the sidelines, and another flag is coming in. A blow to the head. So they call, someone must have come in late there on the end of the play. And this will cost Delta 15 yards. Not that it makes any difference, but it will move the ball up to the 39-yard line.
And North Sevier, vintage North Sevier, right down to the wire.
Absolutely.
Right here. You got to respect the heck out of that.
Crane's going to go down the far sideline and incomplete. Looking for Brooks Mickelson on that far sideline, and back defending on the play, I believe, was Dawson Dutson, who got a hand on it, knock it down.
I just got a message sent to me from old Coach Jared Smith. Says, that's 80 points, math teacher, that you were talking about when I said 90. Well, we got 87 now, so I was
We're
close.
getting closer.
I was close.
You did teach math for a few years, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate to say how many because I probably have it wrong.
Crane back to pass again, coming out near sideline and incomplete. This time he was looking for Cody Christensen here at the 45. That's the 23rd pass thrown here by North Sevier in the second half. So 36 on the day, make this one 37 and complete, and then a lateral and out of bounds for a first down, and the clock will come to an end. And your final score here from Delta is going to be 34-33. We apologize we can't hang around for a post-game show. We appreciate Sunrise Engineering. They usually sponsor our post-game show. Sunrise Engineering, promoting athletic and academic excellence. Visit them at sunriseengineering.com. As we've got another game we got to get to on our Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. So we appreciate all of you being with us here for this one. The quarterfinal game goes Delta's way. Final score 54-33. They will play next Saturday at Weber State at 2:30. We invite you to join us for that one. We'll have it right here, same network, and TV and radio both. So again, our thanks to Nate Palmer, Coach Dean Fowles. I'm Ken Nielsen. Appreciate you being with us. Again, the final 54-33 Delta.